Okay, we are recording. Hopefully, it doesn't happen like last time where the microphone stopped working.
That was really bad. That was embarrassing. I gotta admit, like that our last podcast was like really ghetto. It was ghetto because our microphones didn't work.
Well, that doesn't mean that it was
It was
bad.
ghetto, girl.
We just had to stop
You could
using
hear. You could even hear like the
the
air
echo.
noise and the echoes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, but at least we had like the sound from our cameras and we were able to
Yeah.
upload it. That's all we wanted, right?
Whatever you say. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Yes, we actually are sorry. But we are back with a new episode, hopefully with working microphones. I am Allison, your co-host.
And your co-host Crystal Ocean.
Did I say the name of the podcast? This is Waffles Core Podcast.
This is Waffles Core Podcast.
In case
and
I
we
didn't
are
say it.
so happy to be back and bring in some tea. To say it like that.
Tea?
Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, but I just don't know what you have planned on that little notepad of yours.
Oh, this is really embarrassing. Now that you mention it, you know I have like such bad memory that I actually write down the notes. Even when I'm gonna like talk with my mom, I actually like make a whole list. If there's like a doctor out there, can you guys like let me know? Is that like symptom of like Alzheimer or something like that? Because when I'm
Well,
gonna
girl, I hope not.
like this is a literal list of what I'm gonna like be talking about today. Or like when I go to my mom, I'm like, wait, let me just like look up my list because I forgot I'm gonna forget like what I'm gonna like tell you. I don't know. I just have like really bad memory. I don't know
also,
why.
like,
That's so embarrassing.
And also, like, it's not embarrassing because it happens to me too. But like, I feel like a lot of things pile up, and so, and also like so many things where I think, oh, I have to say this, oh, I have to say that, and then it's good. It's good that you're prepared. I kind of just go with the flow. I'm like, if this is a conversation, let's just go with the flow.
I don't know. But either way, let's just start it out.
Yes.
So I think I did want to ask you a question. I mean, I was thinking about like asking this to you like earlier, but I was like, you know what, why not like save it for the podcast?
Okay.
And I was like, be honest with me. First of all, do you think you're like a sarcastic person? Be honest. Don't just say yes because you want to be like cool. But do you think you're actually a sarcastic person?
I think I have my sarcastic moments.
No.
Is that my go-to sense of humor? I don't know. I think my go-to sense of humor is like quoting memes,
you know,
and like adding to the joke. Not really.
I agree, but personally, to be fully honest, I think.
Wait, do you think I'm sarcastic?
No. To be honest, I really believe like I'm the most sarcastic person like that ever exists because to be honest, that's like how I cope with my problems. Like if I have a problem or something, I'm just like really sarcastic. But my question is because being sarcastic has like got me in some trouble sometimes, I think. Because
but also your personality is being sarcastic and being straightforward.
I am
like so straightforward.
I am literally the most straightforward person you will ever meet, and you can ask anyone that like if I have a friend, you can, hey, is Crystal like sarcastic? Yes. Or is she straightforward?
Do you like my outfit?
Yes.
Like no.
Like if somebody has like an ugly outfit, I cannot lie for the life of me. Like I'm not like a bully and be like, oh my god, you look like hideous. But I'm like sometimes I have like guy friends or girlfriends like being like, hey, do you like this shirt? That's horrible. Change it right now. Like that's just terrible. I'm like so straightforward. Or like if somebody like asked me for like, remember one time like our grandma was like leaving or something like that. She was like stressed to get on a plane. And I was like, hey, stop crying, grandma. Stop crying. Like why are you crying? She was like,
oh my god, actually, I will say that whenever I feel like anxious, and I always go to you because I know that you're gonna be like, why are you anxious? Stop, like, there's nothing happening, and that, like, actually helps me. So I'm like,
but
I guess because I'm obviously your sister, I know how you are, and at times, sometimes you need that slap in the face.
And that's the thing, that you're my sister, so I mean, my sister sometimes understands my sarcasm or my straightforwardness, but what I figure is, like, sometimes I'm, like, talking to a guy or something, or a girl, whatever, and I'm just, like, so, like, straightforward that sometimes I'm like, ugh. Like, sometimes I feel like they get, like, offended. I'm not even kidding. They're like, you see it on their friends and be like,
especially if they're getting to know you.
Yeah, and like if they're getting to know me, like I swear to God, I'm like a really nice girl. But sometimes when I get like nervous, I just say like whatever I'm thinking. Like whatever I'm like thinking, I'm just gonna tell you. But the thing is that what if like sometimes I meet like people that I like that are the same level as sarcastic as me, and oh my god, that's like
do you get hurt?
My feelings get hurt. Like I'm like damn,
not it being karma,
and I'm like damn, and then I'm like wait, that's the thing, like two sarcastic persons can't like be like best friends or anything like that, because I swear to God, like sometimes I'm like sarcastic and the other person is like why did you tell me that, and they like get mad, you know what I mean, and then the other person goes on and like they tell me something that's like supposedly sarcastic, but I get so offended. Like that's the thing, like
it tastes of like your own medicine.
Like I'm like that's why people say like if you're gonna like date someone or like whatever, never opposite attracts. Like if you guys have like the same energy, it's so difficult to like actually like make a connection with that person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I definitely think that if I'm gonna have a boyfriend someday, it's gonna have to be somebody who just treats me like a princess, and it's not sarcastic with me because I'm like so weak in that sense that like I get offended, and then I don't know if it's because I'm like Latina, we're both Latina, that we're like, you know what, or like if they tell me, hey, like why are you doing that, doing what, and they're like, oh nothing, it's just like I don't know, like sometimes like us Latinas we just like get like somehow offended easier.
Yeah, but I was also
and then we get petty. You're very petty.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Why are we talking about my personality right now? I was gonna say that sometimes you do say something, and I'm like, why did you say that?
That's true, girl.
Sometimes, but like that, I'm usually so used to your like the way that you talk or your sense of humor that I'm just like whatever. But sometimes you do say something, and I'm like, that was out of pocket.
No, I think sometimes you're just like, I don't know. Sometimes you take me seriously too. And then you just stop talking to me, and I'm like, what?
I don't do that. I don't do that. Don't let her lie to your face.
You do.
No, I don't. Like maybe with my outfit, if you're like, I don't like your outfit, and
you never get
like,
offended if I tell you I don't like your outfit. You're just like, oh well. I mean, I like it. I like it either way. I just wear it.
That's what I was gonna say. I usually just go like, okay, well, I like what I'm wearing, so I'm just gonna wear it anyways.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
yeah, I was gonna say that. A little bit of a change of topic really quickly. I know that in last week's podcast, was it a week already?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So last week's podcast, I mentioned that I went to the Sabrina Carpenter concert, and I received like some questions, so I want to clear up some things. So I know that also, well, before we continue, that you see on the mannequin was the dress that I wore for my Sabrina Carpenter concert, which can I just say that I think I nailed it.
I think you definitely. I loved it when you went on and you like put that little kiss in the back.
Yes.
Oh my god, that was adorable.
Yeah, because I saw, first of all, like in the Short and Sweet album, she has the tattoo or the lipstick. I'm sure that hers wasn't a tattoo. Before I went to the concert, I saw so many girls on TikTok like putting lipsticks all over themselves. So I was like, let me get a lipstick stain tattoo. But anyways. So I received some questions about how I actually acquired my... Oh, wait. No. What I wanted to say about my dress is that a lot of people were wearing... Like, it's not... Oh, my God. It's not... Like, baby doll dresses. Like, that was the vibe. And I really feel like I killed it. And
you definitely did. I love the little kiss. Thanks. I thought you were gonna, like, wear, like, the long boots. Like Sabrina that she has. But how... my real question is...
My ankle would have broken.
Yeah. But my real question is, like, how in the earth, like, you always see Sabrina Carpenter with, like, the biggest boots, heels, and, like, I'm a model, and those things are uncomfortable.
Have you seen Ariana Grande, too?
Girl, Ariana Grande,
8-inch
flying. Be flying. I think also, like, for the movie Wicked, I think she also, like, was, like, with heels, like, super high heels while she was filming,
really?
like, and, like, she was dancing and all of that, and I'm just like, Chris, how on earth, like, I just can't stand heels. They're so uncomfortable.
I don't want to mention this, but you remember when we took, like, modeling classes?
Girl!
And I wore my heels for the first time.
I call that
the spider walk.
The spider walk.
My legs were bent like this.
Let me tell you guys.
I could not keep my knees straight for the life of me.
Let me tell you guys really quick. I remember that day was like her first modeling class or something, and I was just there, so I kind of got the vibe of the modeling. So because I always wanted to be a model, you know what I mean. And then my sister, I don't know how old you were. You were literally a fetus.
Yeah, I think I was like
and suddenly 13, 14, and then suddenly all the girls were just like doing the walk. And then when it was time of my sister to do the runway walk, and she was like wearing like heels for the first time.
She literally opened her legs like that,
And that was something. I hope you're better, because I don't ever see you wearing heels or nothing like that.
Well, I figured out that I can't walk in stiletto heels, so I just go with the chunky heels and I pray.
Well, you could if you practice, but I'm not even gonna lie.
On the wooden floors, girl.
Yeah, you could practice.
I'd break my face.
But I'm not even gonna lie about this. Since we're talking about heels, like us women, we go through so much. Like, do you see men wearing heels? Like, I never see that. A friend of mine
actually told me that heels were first invented for men.
Yeah, whatever. I've never heard about that. But even when I did the Balenciaga show, like I told you, I was literally wearing those heels, and I had to
for miles.
And I was in the middle of Hollywood, in the road, wearing some crazy ass heel where my feet were just like shaking. I remember calling my mom and calling you guys, being like, this
I don't know if I can do it.
Hurts so bad. And like in the middle of the road, and I was walking so slow that I remember still, like for the Balenciaga show, that like the staff members were like, hey, you gotta like walk faster. Well, I'm trying. Jesus God.
Yeah, because you can't leave that much of a gap between models.
I was making such a big gap. And then, but thankfully what saved me was that Cardi B was in front of me while I was walking the Balenciaga show, and she was walking really slow. And so that like saved me time for me to like also like walk really slow.
Was she wearing like really high heels?
Oh, she was wearing super high heels. But but like I'm the professional model, so I'm supposed to be the one. But she was walking, and I remember her when we finished like walking the runway show for Balenciaga. I remember Cardi B being just like, oh my God, I don't know how you guys do it because my feet hurt so bad. And like it was just crazy to me.
I don't know how you did that. I saw that on the live stream, and I was like, that looks like that hurt.
It hurt.
But going back to what we were talking about, I got a lot of questions of people asking like how I got my tickets, and I realized that that's something that I didn't really explain. I mean, I explained it briefly, where I said that I got them from StubHub, and I did. But what I forgot to mention was that the girl that I befriended while I was in the show, I ended up being on the wrong seat, and I was actually supposed to be sitting next to her. So we were able to like talk more closely, and while we were talking, she actually mentioned that she sold those tickets because her friend couldn't come, because her friend was like traveling in Europe or something. And so she had an extra ticket, and so she sold it. I think she sold it through Reddit. I didn't get it through Reddit. I got it through StubHub, but apparently somebody from Georgia might have put it on StubHub, and then that's how I got the ticket. And I just think it's so mind-blowing. Also, hi if you're watching, but I think it's so mind-blowing how, I don't want to call it like fate, because I feel like that sounds like weird, but I feel like it, like, what a coincidence is that the girl that I befriended,
I think that's really
out
crazy.
Of like nowhere, because we were sitting really far apart in the beginning, that I just walked up to her and I asked her if she could take my pictures, and then we befriended each other, and then I ended up being in the wrong seat, and I got to sit next to her. Like, what a coincidence.
That's it.
And she was the reason that I got to see Sabrina Carpenter in concert.
Yeah, that's a really big coincidence. I'm not even gonna lie. That kind of happened to me when I went to like the Chase Atlantic concert. If you guys don't know who the Chase Atlantic is, it's like a crazy big fan. Like the 1975. It's like they have like the same vibe. And the thing is that when I went to that concert, I made like a really close friend, just like you said. I made like a really good friend. Sometimes I like talk to her, but it's amazing like the type of friends that you can like make. But I do have to say, like, really quick, when I went to that Chase Atlantic concert, I loved it, but I was so sad, because I paid for tickets for like meet and greet that I told you about. I paid for meet and greet, and I thought I was literally gonna take a picture with them. But I didn't. It was literally just like a crowd picture with them. You know when you're like in the crowd
up on stage,
and they're like up on stage, and they just like took the phone and just like did like that.
Could you even see yourself?
I couldn't see myself. And it was so sad because I wasted so much money. I mean, like, it wasn't a waste because I love seeing them live, but, I would have loved, I really thought I was going to, like, meet Christopher and all of that, so I was a bit sad about that. But, hey, I met a friend, just like you said, you know what I mean?
And I was actually going to say that the girl I met, she was a huge fan of Chase Atlantic, too. And she was like, do you like Chase Atlantic? And I was like,
I feel like they're so underrated, though.
I couldn't lie to her because I only listen to them when I, like, go past your room and you're blasting their music.
I don't think you've never liked them.
Well, it's not that I don't like them. It's just I've never, like, sat down and listened to their songs.
Yeah.
Except Friends, right? That's a song?
Yeah. And, you know what, really, like, since we're talking about Chase Atlantic, I don't know if I told you, like, this actually happened to me when I was, like, in the Balenciaga show. I remember when I went there, so there was, like, a lot of guys, right? And I remember I was talking one day with this, like, really like cute model, and I thought things were going good with him, and we were just talking, and then he told me, he was like, oh no, like my friend works with Chase Atlantic. He told me, and I was like, wow, really? So like, yeah, like, well, your friend? Like, he was like, no, yeah, it was my boyfriend, and I was like, do you mean your boy best friend, or like was he like your boyfriend? No, yeah. And so he was gay. Uh, that, and I was so sad because obviously, I mean, good for you, I guess. I guess
but you
so.
weren't expecting
but
it.
I wasn't expecting it because I really
I don't
just
think
thought,
you ever told me this.
I did tell you the story. I literally told you. We
this.
were literally talking, and he also even asked for my number and my Instagram. I was like, damn, I'm like, I just got a really hot boyfriend. And then he was just like, yeah, my boyfriend.
Well, maybe he was bi.
No, I don't
Did
think
he ever follow
bi. Yeah, he follows me on Instagram. I wish he
Hi, if you're watching
I
this.
wish he would have been. I wish he would have been bi. But I think like we were literally talking for like so long because I was like waiting for my Uber to pick me up in LA for the like from the show. And we were just like talking and flirting. And he was like, "Yeah, my boyfriend."
Yeah, but it's technically
works for like Chase. And like, for really quick, also like, for example, what's his name? Troye Sivan.
Yes.
There's guys where I just get so mad that they're gay. Like, I support you, babe. I love you, but like Troye Sivan is like so cute, and like it's sad that I will never have a chance with him.
Can I also just say that I think it's so crazy how life works, because I always believed in Troy's talent, but I think it's so crazy that I used to watch him on YouTube. I was sad.
Like, started from YouTube? I didn't know.
Yeah. He was a YouTuber.
No, but he was first in X-Men. I remember.
Oh my god.
Do you remember
my
him?
favorite fun fact.
A little Nepo baby.
Yes,
just saying.
Is he?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm just saying because he's been acting since he was little.
Oh, well,
like,
yeah.
a little. So, like, for me, automatically, it's like, he's a Nepo.
Yeah, but I think it's so crazy that he just, like, blew up. And I remember listening to Youth. Do you remember when I asked you to, like, download those songs and all of that? Oh, that's so crazy. I think by that time I didn't know that Troye Sivan was, like, gay, And, like, obviously, I love you, babes, but sometimes like, I see, like, so many hot guys. And, like I said, I was talking with him, and I was, like, just, like, so, like, crazy, you know what I mean? But yeah. It's technically, like, you met Chase Atlantic then. Because you, like, met someone who knew someone who knew someone. So, technically, you met Chase Atlantic.
Yeah, but, yeah, we've kind of had, like, the similar things happen to us, like, in concerts and all of that.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? Yes.
Yeah, but also, like, since we're talking about concerts.
When we went to go see CNCO, too, we met, like, so many people. Yeah, anyways.
Every time I meet, like, a celebrity and things like that, and, like, a guy celebrity, I'm like, he wants me. He's, like, in love with me, like I feel like
that's a requirement if you go to a meet and greet. Yeah. Like, you have to convince yourself that
and also, the thing is that when I went to Chase Atlantic, like, I remember Christopher, one of the bandmates, he had, like, answered me through, like, DM, through Instagram, and in my head, I'm like, this is marriage. He wants me. But, yeah, it was just crazy. But
I've never DM'd any celebrity.
I DM'd so many celebrities. Like, a crazy story that I don't know if I want to, like, I'm just gonna say it, but one time, like, I DM'd, like, I told you this, like, the Prince of, where is he? Prince of Denmark. Like, I DM'd the Prince of Denmark. I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm pretty sure all you girlies out there must know who he is. But I literally DM'd him. We, like, talked for, like, a little. I'm not even gonna lie, until obviously he stopped talking to me. But, like, he's so fine. The Prince of Denmark. I don't think he's actually, like, a prince anymore. I don't think he's, like, a prince, but I know it was something like that, but I'm just gonna say his name. He was part of the royal family. I was gonna say his name. It was like Constantine Alexio or something like that.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. And I told you, like, he DM'd me. I mean, I DM'd him, and then we just kind of, like, kept talking. But that was, like, a really cool experience to, like, you know what it is for Prince to, like, be talking to me? To, like, DM or things
also,
like that?
Isn't it weird that we live in a time where social media can connect you to anyone? Like, what do you mean? You DM'd a prince from Denmark and he answered.
And the thing is that it was crazy because, like, he's not...
You used to have to take, like, a boat.
Yeah, he's not like Constantine Alexis, not like a working prince or something, because I think, like, his family...
Yeah, but he's part of, like, the royal family,
he's
something like that.
Like, even Prince William is, like, he's the nephew of Prince William, you know what I mean?
From England?
Yeah, from England. They're family. They're literally family.
Oh my god.
And so when I saw that he answered me on Instagram, I was like, oh my god, I might just be the next Meghan Markle. Oh my god, this is, like, amazing. Like, where do I sign? Princess Diaries Part 2 or Part 3? Honey, I'm ready.
Oh my god, I'm so ready for that movie now that you mentioned that. And Freaky Friday, too. They finished filming it.
They finished filming
it?
Yes,
and also, you know that song that... I'm so mad that song isn't on Spotify, by like on the one that's in the movie.
Yeah.
How did that song go?
I don't know, girl, but
Take me. No, that's the wrong one.
I don't think we remember, but it was.
Anyways, I'm excited for that movie and for
too.
Princess Diaries 3.
Me
If
too.
oh my gosh, what was her name? Julie Andrews isn't in it. You can keep it.
I'm pretty sure she has to be
Keep
in
it.
it because I saw her and she looks like amazing. Like I mean, she's not for. I think she's like almost 80, and my girl like looks like amazing.
Stunning.
So
Like,
stunning.
like give me your skincare.
Like I'm really excited for Princess Diaries 3. Like they were to start filming. I hope
Mhm.
they don't do like Lizzie McGuire though. Remember that they started filming Lizzie McGuire
Oh my gosh.
and they
yes.
did just canceled it.
Yeah.
Princess, if you guys do that, I'm gonna like be so like
Mhm.
disappointed. But either way, I did like before we like I also wanted to like mention. Did you see? You definitely see, but I just wanted to like post our reactions to the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. Let me tell you something. That was elderly abuse.
Yeah, I felt like they were beating up on my grandpa.
I can't even explain the emotions that were going through me while I was watching that fight.
I left the living room. I couldn't do it.
She left. And I
couldn't do
was
it.
only watching it for like the last like 10 minutes or something like that. And all that I could think about was like, oh my God, I am so sad. But it was so beautiful how Mike Tyson, like, he said it himself, like, he had like a bunch of surgeries, like, earlier, like, the year. And, like, he was, like, doing really bad. But it shows that when you love something so much, it just shows that you're capable of, like, like, going for, like, far, like, fighting. Or,
it's
like, even
inspiring.
He's so inspiring, and I couldn't take, like, I'm just a girl, like you said, like from the Barbie movie where it's like, hold my hand.
Girl,
And
no.
something like that, she said, like, hold my hand. Now feel. That's all I could think about while I was watching that movie. And like, I do have to admit,
the fight or the movie?
The fight.
Oh.
I do have to admit, like, the Paul brothers are the best marketing persons ever. Like, I do like how Jake Paul, like, respected him. That's something that I did, like, admire from him. Like, you could see, like, at the end of the fight, he, like, did, like, he bowed, like, like that.
I literally, I only saw clips on TikTok because I could not take it. My heart.
Yeah, no, my heart was shattered.
Oh
I was so hurt. Like, even though people say, like, the fight was, like, rigged or something like that, I really just hope it was actually rigged and it wasn't just, like, I mean, the fight wasn't rigged. I mean, I wish the movie was, I wish the fight was actually rigged because, I don't know, but I did.
The girls' fight too was crazy.
Oh,
and for that one, I was sad. I could not look away.
People said that, but they also
hurt, and then I was like, ooh.
Yeah, the eyebrow thing. Yeah, let's just not talk about that. Like, I do know that people say, like, I think her last name is Serrano or something like that. And
that
she's
one's
Puerto
from Puerto
Rican.
Rico, yeah.
So Jake Paul and her, they were both representing Puerto Rico. So, but I did have to say, like, they said, like, the fight was, like, stolen. Like, she was the one who was, like, supposed to, like, win.
Pissed. Mom was like,
pissed.
She should have won.
And I saw a bunch of people, like, on TikTok also talking about, like, how, like, it was, like, so rigged.
They also said that was, like, the best fight of the night, too.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of TikToks.
People said, like, the women's fight was, like, the best fight ever. And they said that, like, Jake Paul and Mike, the fight was, like, boring. But come on. Like, I'm just happy that Jake was respectful and he noticed that he didn't want to, like, hurt, Mike. So I don't know. I just thought that was, like, really respectful. But also, like, have you seen Jake Paul's girlfriend?
No, I honestly, I don't follow him, or, like, no offense, like, I don't know if that's mean. I don't really keep up with him.
She's
Logan.
She's like Jake Paul's girlfriend is, like, a huge, like, Olympic star.
Really?
She's like queen, like, she's a boss.
Whoa.
She does, like, I think it's like skating. Please don't hurt me. I don't know exactly the sport.
I love
but
figure
it's like
skating.
No, it's not figure skating. It's something
skiing.
I think it's skiing. Skiing, like,
skiing
on
is
ice.
Like snow. Oh.
Forget it. She does an amazing sport. Something related to that. But the thing is, like, she's a boss, and I love her. But the thing is, like, I think they also do, like, some kind of long distance because, like, her sport is, like, in the Netherlands, and then Jake, is in Puerto Rico. But they're both rich, so they can, like, see each other and all of that. But I just think, like, she's such a boss.
Oh,
I love her, and she's just amazing. But I did want to question you: would you ever, like, date someone, like, and do long distance?
I would, if I really cared for that person, I would try. I just think, like, well, I don't know because I've never been in that position, so I don't know what I would do. But I would do my best. Like if it was 100% necessary, then I would do my best. But if there was another option, obviously I would rather them be with me.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but like at the same time, I think I'm just like delusional. I'm
Mhm.
really delusional because sometimes I'm like I said on TikTok, you know those videos where like a girl is like waiting at like to like at the
At the
planes
airport.
at the airport, like waiting for their boyfriend. They just get out of the plane and they just like it's like their first time meeting and they just like
I
jump and
love
they pick them
that.
up and like it's their first time meeting or like long distance you haven't seen them like for years and things like that. I think is that I'm so delusional that I like so like you know who I'm gonna talk about. There's just like this guy, you know, for example, like you know who I'm talking about. Like he lives like really far
Oh,
away.
yes.
He lives like really far away, and sometimes I'm just like, you know, like he should probably like travel to like come see me. I don't think a girl should ever like travel like unless he like pays for like your flight, you know what I mean? Like there, I think you can like, you know, fly there, I guess. But I saw a girl like she actually flew to see a guy, and the guy like disappeared and blocked her when she got there. So I personally don't think I would ever like
Oh, I
fly.
would be taking a vacation.
Yeah,
I
and
would.
he just left her there, and she had to like pay for a flight and come back to where she was. That's what I'm trying to say. Like some guys are just like really
Oh, that's
evil in that sense,
crazy.
but sometimes I'm just so delusional because, like I said,
Blocking and
yeah,
ghosting?
like sometimes I'm just so delusional because, like I said,
That's
I'm
crazy.
like talking to this guy right now, like you
Mhm.
said. I mean, like I told you, you know who he
Mhm.
is, but I don't know. Sometimes I see like he just says like, oh, like he can't come now because he doesn't have money and things like that right now. But I don't know. I just feel like if he wanted to, he would, you know.
Mhm.
But I don't know. It's just like long distance. I think long distance only works if you guys are like mutual, like
On
in the
this, like on
same
the same page.
same
Yeah.
level. And I wanted to ask you so you tell me. I know you're like a really big fan of One Direction. What do you think? I want to ask you directly. How have you been feeling since? I know how I've been feeling, but since like the Liam Payne's funeral, since you know we saw all of the boys, and people are also saying that there was a bunch of camera around. How do you feel? Like I know it's really sad. Like your favorite band, you
Mhm.
seeing like all of these TikToks about
Mhm.
him, and it's really sad because I'm not gonna lie, me myself, I've been really like depressed, and I'm like, why do I feel so sad? And just
I
seeing those things.
I literally cried today. I'm not even kidding. As soon was it no, was it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
If it was yesterday, I cried, but I just think every single time that a picture would show up, this is so like painful to talk about cuz generally like this I when I called my friend because I told her that I was on the phone with my friend for 6 hours the day that we found out that he passed away. When I was talking to them, I was like, I was supposed this was supposed to come when I was like 80 years old. You know, like not when I'm like young, like right
I
now.
know.
Like that is insane. And she would just thinking of the fact that like Simon Cowell was there and he was shattered. His family was shattered. I can't imagine what any of them are feeling. Like the Harry, like I don't know if you saw the picture, but like his nose was red. Like I don't know, he just had like such a big impact in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And to wake up and know that he is no longer here
I
is like
know.
heartbreaking. Like truly, truly heart. Like how am I living in this timeline? It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Truly,
I think
honestly.
I feel really bad for everyone. For you cuz I know for every One Direction Liam Payne fan. I'm not even gonna lie, like me myself while I've been scrolling and like seeing all this TikTok when I saw the picture of his mom
Oh my
when they
gosh.
took that, you know, when they took his, you know, his
Casket.
body, his casket out of the car, yeah, out of the I don't know how you say the car,
Mhm.
but they took it out and I just saw her face how she broke down. I bet she wishes with all of her
Like
heart.
no mother wants to
Yeah,
experience like that
I
is mom's
bet.
literally
Yeah,
worst
I
fear.
bet she wishes with all of her heart that he would have never become famous. You know, because I
Mhm.
know for a fact like if he would have never become famous, like you know, drugs wouldn't have been like such a factor maybe in his life. You know what I mean? And that's why I always say like I'm so happy that our parents teach us, you know, like don't drink or like
Mhm.
alcohol and things like that. But I really feel in my heart like Liam Payne, he just needed help, you know. It just breaks my heart. And then I also heard about, when I was watching the picture, I was like, oh, like it seems like his son Bear wasn't there.
Oh yeah, I heard
I
that.
really thought that his son wasn't gonna be there.
Mhm.
And then I don't know if you heard that
Yeah.
they made a deal.
Mhm.
His parents, the Payne family, made a deal with the paparazzi. Hey, you can take pictures of everything,
Just
but
keep him out of
just
them.
keep Bear out of his pictures. And I'm so happy that they kept that deal. If you notice, I also feel like the boys, you know, the one Liam, Harry, Zane. I also feel like
Not Liam,
they.
but Niall.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Niall.
Oh my god.
Niall, Zane, Harry, Louis.
Yeah, sorry. That
No,
comes automatic.
Yeah, I know.
But I also feel like the boys also let themselves be vulnerable in that position, and like
honestly, I feel like that's out of control.
and no,
like,
also like let them take pictures. You know what I mean? Like they let the paparazzi like take pictures of them so that they made that deal. Hey, take pictures of me, but just don't take pictures of Bear. You know, and I think that's just beautiful.
This also reminds me of when Matthew Perry passed away.
Yeah.
When we got like the pictures at the funeral of all of them like reuniting, and then now all of them reuniting, like it's so painful to know that they're reuniting because of that.
Yeah.
And
I feel like this isn't real, but
no,
it's
literally,
really sad.
I feel like I'm in a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like of something that I can't wake up. Honestly,
yeah, I know, it's just really sad.
But all of our love and prayers to his family, and because I know that this is never gonna get easier, but hopefully that they, like a peace of mind.
Yeah, but I also, the only thing that I tell myself is that Liam Payne is finally in peace.
Yes.
Like sometimes we think like losing somebody, it just means like, oh my god, it's so sad for us, because that's what grieving is called, like. But we also forget like that person is finally, like, that person is happy, you know. Like that's the only way of us like moving on and like recovering. Oh, well, you never recover from something like this. You just learn how to deal with it. But I think like we need to tell ourselves that Liam Payne is finally resting,
and that he also
and
had
happy,
such a big impact, and he brought so much happiness to so many people.
But this is really sad. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm gonna break down and cry.
Okay, is that all that you had on that little notepad?
I do want to ask you one more thing, but
right.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah, because we're kind of cutting it close. So maybe
I just wanted to ask you like something about Disney.
Oh.
But what do you think? Should we like say it really fast?
I feel like we should save it.
Let's just say like 2 more minutes or not.
Okay.
What do you think? You tell me.
No, all right.
Tell me.
No, I don't know.
Should we keep going? Just one more? Because our mom is like the one who edits her videos. So should we?
She has evidence right now.
Let's just do like one more. And really quick, you have to you have like 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay. Do you think like do you think Disney is just like, what do you think about what do you think about the term Disney adult?
Oh, I am a Disney loud and proud. I am a Disney adult. If it brings me happiness, I am not gonna be ashamed of that.
Exactly, same. I'm so mad and like tired of like, I've seen a lot of people hear it like on TikTok being like, oh my god, they're Disney adults. First of all, if it makes them happy, like, what's the problem?
And there's worse things in life.
There's worse thing in life. Just let them be happy. And they're like, oh my god, there's a bunch of Disney adults here. I'm a full-on Disney adult. Because I was talking with this guy the other day, and he was like, oh, Disney adults just like for babies. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Disney is for babies?
Disney is for babies. And he said he hasn't been like to Disney like in a while because it's like for babies. And I'm like, I'm so happy that
there's so many adults that don't have kids. Like us, like we go all the time. Like Ariana Grande goes all the time.
Exactly. Alex Earl was literally in Disney there like the other day.
I was gonna say something, but never mind.
And what?
No, nothing.
What, girl?
No, girl, I can't. I don't know who's watching. I'll tell you after.
Okay, but anyways, I really think like if something makes you happy, like, also like when you're trick or treating, I also think like
there should be no age limit.
There shouldn't be no age limit if something isn't hurting anybody.
Yes.
You should do it.
Yes.
Because if it makes you happy, do it.
We trick or treat
like, go trick or treat and go get some candy.
Yes.
Like, go and get some candy, you know? Also, go to Disney.
Isn't it kind of
dress up in Halloween,
yeah,
you know?
Also, isn't it... We gotta go. Also, isn't it kind of crazy that... Oh, gosh. What was I gonna say? Oh, isn't it crazy that our entire, like, 364 days out of the year, our parents are like, don't take candies from strangers. And then that one day, they're taking you to someone else's house and be like, trick or treat. But also, you remember how mom would study our candies before we could eat anything?
God.
Like,
Our
if it was
like
open, it was in the trash. No, I agree. I actually agree with her. If it's open, it's going in the trash.
But yeah, Disney is definitely for everyone.
Yes.
If it makes you happy, do it. You can be 50, 80. Like, why do you have to grow up and just be like a miserable grown adult? You know,
our parents love Disney.
We love Disney. Like,
we're going on a trip soon.
Yeah, why do we have to be miserable and just be sad? Oh my god, I can't go to Disney because that's for babies. No, like, F that. Go have fun. Dress up and get some candy.
Put some Mickey or Minnie ears on. Get your sweet treats.
Okay, so we're done.
Yes, we... All right. Thank you all so much for watching this week's episode. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye, babies.